of the Stanley Cup quarterfinal 2014.
Take a look at the goaltenders. Two familiar faces, including
Zero people.
He's 5-2-2 with a goals against average of 3.08, saves percentage of .907. Two familiar faces, yeah, that's right, because at the other end, Jason LaBarber, the former Coyote, is 1-2 with a goals against average of .322 and a saves percentage of .871. The referees today are Eric Furlot and Justin St. Pierre, the linesman Darren Gibbs, and Shane Heyer. Tyson Nash between the benches. Your hometowns here, Tyson. Coyote's going to try to get into the win column.
Redemption, that's what it's all about. And to the Stanley Cup quarterfinal. The last couple of days since that game in LA.
Let's get
the Coyotes off the face-off box. Ladislav Sneed sailing into the corner. Definitely a different feel when you play an afternoon game. In behind that, the Oilers are trying to play it around the corner. Greg Gordon with a short-handle shot. He's in the starting lineup today for the Edmonton Oilers. Now Gordon will play it in behind that. Such an integral piece defensively for this team. There's been a lot of injuries for the Edmonton Oilers. We'll develop that story as the afternoon goes along. Played out high. Now behind that for Dave Moss. Behind that for Mike Rivera. Now Rivera back out high. McCarrigal will take a shot that goes wide as Rivera will get chased in the corner. I talked about this before the game. It's simple. All this and that is wrong.
Zero people.
Not pretty sometimes to watch, but this is Coyote hockey right here. Make sure you can get that quarter shot in.
It's got the whole 200 feet style of game as Nugent Hopkins will get it right back in. Right in behind the net, and Ekman Larson to set it up. Larson back to set it up. Broken up beautifully that time. Down the puck back in the neutral zone. One camera in there, so is Ekman Larson taken away, and here's a chance for Yakupov with a shot.
Zero people.
Or is it a battle that you have to win? Over Ekman Larson working the boards right by the Coyotes bench. He gets his pocket picked by Yakupov. And it goes the other way with that acceleration you talked about. It's a 3-on-2. The Oilers come up with the puck. Away they go. And Mike Smith is tested early in this hockey game. Yakupov still searching, Matt, for his first goal of the season at 17.
Zero people.
Last year in 48 games, get the score. So far this year for the Edmonton Oilers, they got the scratch a few times. Big save by Mike Smith.
He's on the draw.
He's on the draw, and he is up.
Larson on Thursday. This one on the line. And they're moved right to the net. And the ball goes through that side.
Zero people. Zero people. Standard. Standard. Standard.
Mike Smith is tested through.
Zoom. You find 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 12 seconds.
Still searching, man, for his first goal.
Zero people.
And they'll move right to the net. Now he's in the draw. Face-off circle in Los Angeles on Thursday.
One of the Coyotes.
His first
of the Stanley Cup playoff.
He played 25 minutes in
Zero people.
Fourth line played an integral role in a comeback in Los Angeles that made it 4-4 as this one is sent back in.
any life in that hockey game. They took the goal, a few extra shields from the corner.
Hansel going back to the point. Got the Storm back in the lineup. That's due to the
Zero people.
injury to Rusty Flushman. Also a call at Tim Kennedy out there with a Radim Bernard and Martin Hansel. As Obama will try to throw back out. Martin's just taken into the corner.
Opportunity here for Kennedy, called up from Portland, getting a chance to play on the top unit with Hansel and Radim Bernard, providing some energy.
He wasn't out of place at all in his last week. Coyotes will look for more of the same as Hensfield drop one.
Zero
The
people.
corner goes to the front. Now a chance here by Belloff, but that went off the skate of Hansel as he blocks it away, and the puck is cleared all the way down.
That's where he needs it. Just lock Hensky. You know he loves to cut across that blue line. He gains the line and then cuts right across. As a back checking forward, that's where you have to make a play. Take away that time and space.
I can't take my eyes off her.
I know, she looks like an angel.
She's looking.
Around the boards, now holding on to it is Morris. Trying to get rid of it. It's Tony
Zero
Alvarez.
people.
Morris at center ice now. He'll set it up for Lake Clark coming here against the Edmonton Oilers.
6 minutes, 28 seconds. TikTok. Now, Pentatonics. Added post. You interacted with them recently. Attachment. 6 minutes, 29 seconds. 6 minutes, 30 seconds. 6 minutes, 31 seconds. 6 minutes, 32 seconds. 6 minutes, 34 seconds. 6 minutes, 35 seconds. 6 minutes, 36 seconds. 6 minutes, 37 seconds. 6 minutes, 39 seconds. 6 minutes, 40 seconds. 6 minutes, 41 seconds. 6 minutes, 42 seconds. 6 minutes, 44 seconds. You 7 minutes.
Early this season.
0 people. Zero people.
Down the leg of the ice, that's out of the youngster, Mark Arcapello. Here's a good story. We'll talk about that as the afternoon goes along, as it's moved along, and after Larson will lose it. It's taken away there by Will to Cruz down the lane.
This is part of it right here, being ready to play. You get an opportunity on the power play early in the game, you have to cash in. If you don't cash in, you better build some momentum.
0 people.
As it's pulled all the way down the leg of the ice.
It has been one and done. It's not very good. Some issues with the Edmonton Oilers that are all good as well. Surprisingly enough, over 19 this year.
Play right back through center ice. Brielle, he's going to set up. Cross it goes for that shoots and stops.
0 people.
They're going to whistle.
Here's a look at Boyd York. Coyotes lose the face-off. This is what he does best. He gets into the shooting lane. He's like, "Now another goaltender out there." Nobody appreciates that more. And the man between the pipes, another familiar face, Jason LeBarga, signed a $9 million contract, 3-year deal for the Edmonton Oilers. I think that shows you what the Edmonton Oilers think and the
0
value
people.
that's placed on face-offs.
So we got another face-off inside the Edmonton zone. Boyd Gordon wearing 27 on in Alberta.
Only one face-off, though, by the Coyotes. This has been so important. 70% of the Coyotes goals this year have been off their face-offs. Get the puck back to the point, get a shot, and traffic in front.
Burnett and Gordon, and Burnett wins
0
another
people.
one. Out high for Yandel. The flip now, Burnett. Burnett will feed the point man. It's Yandel. Across for Morris. Now Morris with a shot and a stop that time. I think Dome might have deflected that in front of LaBarbera.
I think it was Klinkhammer. Right away, though, it's good puck movement, quick puck movement. Daniels forwards, the penalty killers, the move. It's up, and it's over, and it's a shot. And traffic.
Zero people.
I think you're right, Tyson. Tip handle the higher of the two.
And the high tip, 36 in red, comes right across. It's a tip, big save by Jason LaBarbera.
The Ben Cameron Doan out there here on this power play that has another couple of seconds remaining, and out of the box comes Ryan Jones. As this one is cleared into the bench, and we'll go whistle. Coaches in this one, Dave Tippett, sitting at 162 wins with the Coyotes, 433 overall. Dallas Aikens, rookie coach, 12th Edmonton coach, was hired in June. Coached in the American League with the Toronto Marlies. His first season as an NHL head coach. He's a fitness nut.
Welcome to the NHL. It's been a new culture here. The Edmonton Oilers get these young stars to buy in.
Zero people.
So much skill, so much talent, but this team yet refuses to play the right way, dump the pucks in when they should. But high-end offenses allow this team to stay engaged. They score a ton of goals.
A lot of players that are young that are a bit suspect defensively. Taylor Hall would be, I guess, on that list, but he's on injured reserve with a bad knee. They're also without Sam Gagne and Ryan Smith, and Hamilton also out. Corey Potter, a defenseman. They've already accumulated 50
Zero people.
man games lost to injury. The Coyotes right now, they're at 7. Tipped into the corner, and that includes Rusty Klesla, who will add to that total here today. And Lori Korpikoski out with an upper body. He was placed on injured reserve yesterday by the Coyotes.
Now that top line for the Edmonton Oilers, Nugent Hopkins, Everday, and Yakupov. They lost the other night at home against the Washington Capitals. That line, that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, was on for all 4 goals against.
Zero people.
He plays in the corner. Goes in behind the net. Nugent Hopkins down low to play it. And the Oilers will bring it right back to center ice.
Now, Spotify, last day. Claim your 3 free months now. $12.69/no after. Cancel anytime. Terms apply. New to premium only. Don't miss your chance to try Spotify Premium. Get Spotify Premium. Ending. $0 for 3 months of Spotify Premium. $12.69/no after. Cancel anytime. Uninterrupted. 12 minutes. 30 seconds. 12 minutes. 31 seconds. 12 minutes. 33 seconds. 12 minutes. 30.
Fairly strong in the lineup here today for the Edmonton Oilers, and he sends it right back this time to Andrew Ference. Ference came over from the Boston Bruins. Will Acton down low.
Zero people.
Keep the handle.
He goes over the Stanley Cup.
Kyle Chipchurl will try to move it up the boards. And Derek Morris now with it. One back it over the line, intended for Doug Halpern. Shapiro that time taking a bump. And sent right back in by Smead. Gamble. On left wing, Shapiro gets it across.
Zero people.
Right wing corner. Smead has it for Edmonton. Ryan Jones will bring it out. Back it over the line. Boyd Gordon, he's got it. Gordon with a shot that time, and it's wide of the mark. And Pitlick back down for Edmonton. Good look there for Boyd Gordon. Back of the line, Stone. Pinballed off Boyd Gordon all the way down the lane.
Zero people.
Left the mark. He's limping back to the bench, too.
Icing the other way. And we'll step out. No score. 11:21 remaining in the opening period. So a face-off to the left of the goal to bench, too. Icing the other way. And we'll step out. No score. 11:21 remaining in the opening period. So a face-off. We'll step out. No score. 11:21 remaining in the opening period. So a face-off to the left of goaltender Mike Smith.
Zero people.
Off the face-off, controlled, Belloff. He'll get a shot towards the net. That's knocked away. The puck is cleared back to center. Schlemko. Behind that, Oliver, that time was Alashemsky. Oilers working in the left wing corner. Played down low, David Perron. Now Perron right to the net.
Zero people.
Arcabello has it. Right back to the front. That tipped off the stick of Michael Stone. And Doan will get it to center.
A real nice job there. Going to be offside by Mike Smith.
And now we'll pause with 10:41 and no score in the first.
Well, Jack here, Johnny.com, no score midway through the first. I thought Michael called the game as we hooked back one last time to what happened in Los Angeles on Thursday night. This week, Captain Shane Doan, we talked about the pregame show, so we know we're a good team.
Zero
Once
people.
you start winning games, you have to continue to play the exact same way. You can't think you're better than you are. The system works. When we get outside of that system, we can look pretty bad. He's always talking about handling their success. It's similar to when we're talking about, hey, you got to work your way through adversity. Same story with playing well, having great success. Understand how you got to that point, right, Tyson?
That's right. Well, see, again, they're talking about fatigue. Talking about playing 10 games in 20 days. Yeah, that's tough. But
Zero
it's
people.
Mistakes early in games, turnovers, not being ready to start hockey games like they were the other night against the Los Angeles Kings. That's early in the game. That's not late in the game when energy is a factor. But they need to be much better here tonight, and they have been.
Smith will play it in behind the Coyotes net and high off the glass where Kennedy will look to move it along for Hansel. Hansel got it in offside over the Coyotes, and so the faceoff will come out. These are two teams, Tyson, that have struggled in terms of allowing opposition goals.
Zero people.
In the first period, Oilers are tied with the Buffalo Sabres for the worst.
And this is, in the entire National Hockey League, that is very alarming for any coach. James Coyotes, they've been able to overcome it this year. They're so much better when they get that initial goal, but boy, they are allowing a lot of goals early in hockey games, and Mike Smith has been a part of that. I mean, he has to be better in first periods. He has to weather a storm. If his team's not ready, that has not been the case. But yet, their record is still
Zero
very
people.
good.
And that total skewed a little bit after the game in Los Angeles on Thursday. And they allowed those, 4 goals in the first period. Bonker will play it along, and now it's turned the other way and out of the zone it goes.
Yeah, but it's not skewed. They still allowed them.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, and they score here.
I think that's Pitlick.
Zero people.
Tyler Pitlick, the center with the goal.
His first goal of the season just comes down that right side. Little chip behind Keith Yandel. Chip and chase. The puck. It just beats Mike Smith to the stick side. I think that's Pitlick.
Tyler Pitlick, the center with the goal.
Zero
First
people.
goal of the season just comes down that right.
.59 and maybe a quiet night at home.
I gotta apologize. That goal by Pitlick. In fact, that was 5-hole on Mike Smith. Not low stick side.
But I apologize for calling him Lance, and that shows my age.
Zero people.
That's a former player back in the day in the National Hockey League as it's played in behind the net.
PC.
Chipchura back out high, Stone. And they'll play it in the neutral zone. Set right back in. The Oilers will set it up in behind the net. Rather strong.
Zero people.
Oilers have been on the road a lot here early on in the season. We'll get to that a little bit later on as the puck is played right back in. Eager plays it in behind the net. Moving along is Luke Gadsdip. Picked him up off waivers from the Dallas Stars about a week before the season. He went out and scored a goal on opening night.
A tough kid, too. Eager in the lineup as well. Let's see if this net has a dance.
Zero people.
It's covered up by Mike Smith, and we get a whistle. And,
That was a little extra.
yeah.
Keith Yandel drops him, but again, Mike Smith fighting that puck. Captain just throws it at Mike Smith's feet. He's fighting it right now. A little bit rattled. That Pitlick shot. It's one that he would want to have back.
people.
The build here for the Coyotes, they know they have to be better in these first periods. Another first period goal allowed. But the good thing is, Matt, you look at the Edmonton Oilers when they do score first, 4 regulation losses and getting that first goal.
Coyotes hope that will be 5 after today. Camera, Stone. They went back and over the line, but offside.
So 0 people.
Right away, Matt. It's got to get in deep. Hands on the net, go to just a little chip off the boards. Like Phenix did on that goal. A little chip to speed.
Yeah, just a deflection of you, right?
Yeah, for that was going. That's a pass. That's today's NHL. It's like scoring a goal sometimes. Getting that puck across the blue line. Just how teams play systematically.
Smeed. Through center, number 5 for Edmonton.
0 people.
Corner. That's where Apr.20 goes after it. Good feed in the line there, steered by Smith. Battle down low. Vermette that time got wrapped up. Yakupov. Behind the net. Vermette's going to go after it. Nugent Hopkins down there for the Oilers. Doan comes in to battle with Smeed. Skated at that time, otherwise possibly
0 people. Google. Now, new Canadian passport rules. Canada introduces new passport fees. Processing guarantee on March 31st. April 1st. 21 minutes. 58 seconds. 21 minutes. 59 seconds. 22 minutes. 22 minutes. 1 second. 22 minutes. 3 seconds. 22 minutes. 4 seconds. 22 minutes. 5 seconds. 22 minutes. 6 seconds. 22 minutes. 8 seconds. 22 minutes. 9 seconds. 22 minutes. 10 seconds. 22 minutes. 11 seconds. 22 minutes. 13 seconds.
Way too many penalties.
That's too many.
12:58 the time of the penalties. So the Coyotes 0 for 1 here on the Arizona Lottery Powerball power play today with 3 shots.
0 people.
It'll fall space off. They'll do it again. So Hansel in the circle against his former teammate Boyd Gordon. There's the look.
Hansel on a tear, 4 goals this year, 3 goals in his last 3 games. All from that front net presence. Win the draw, get right in front of Jason LaBarbera.
Active now after Gordon getting chased out of the circle.
0 people.
Barons down. Clear down the length of the ice. Up to Larson and Stoner to point that. Larson will bring it around for Monty Hansel. Hansel up front with Ribeiro and Bubata.
Bubata got caught way back in his own zone. No support there for Martin Hansel carrying that puck up the ice. All he had was
0
Ribeiro
people.
on the side boards. That's where he got outnumbered the Edmonton Oilers in the offensive zone.
Arcabello falls down. Bubata takes advantage. He gets it back in over the Oilers zone. Way behind him. Petrie will wrap it around. Now we're going to whistle here. And they're going to get Marty Hansel for the hit on Jeff Petrie. Former Spartan slow to get up.
0 people.
That was the penalty there on Hansel. High hit on Petrie. You want to be physical, but you want to be smart. You just gave up a power play situation. Here's Radim Bourbon. He's the last guy coming up the zone. You look at Hansel and Ribeiro all alone, isolated on an island. On a power play, that's where you outnumber the Edmonton Oilers. The guy was unable to do that. That's just being a little bit out of sync by Radim Bourbon.
0 people.
Well, the training staff of the Edmonton Oilers talking to Petrie to make sure he's okay after that Hansel hit. Hansel for charging is
Pause recording.
4 on 4. Go behind that. Petrie will wrap it around. Now we get a whistle here. And we're going to get Marty Hansel for the hit on.
And we get a stoppage of play. Rex Express Care, injuries and scratches now. We'll take a look here, sponsored by Rex Healthcare, chosen for excellence. Well, Eric Stahl may be back in the next game Tuesday in Vancouver. We spoke in our pregame show. Ryan Murphy wanted to play. Valiantly tried after that block last night.
Power play situation. Here's Radim Ramada. He's the last guy coming up the...
Right all the way back to center. Doan has it. Back it over the Edmonton zone. Roll time to it for Vermette. Got it in front. Morris is there. He set one over the top. Derek Morris between the circles with a great look on LaBarbera. Barron.
0 people.
Over the line. Set one. Steered away by Smith. And now behind the net, Derek Morris will set it up. Yandel. Over the line, Yandel. Oh, nice move there. Bonker. Shot blocked. Goes right back after him, trying to get it in front for Ribeiro.
Dangerous play. Keith Yandel, 4 assists in his last 2 hockey games. The -3.
0 people.
Everly crosses center. In over the line. Over the corner against McCulloch. Ribeiro can't get it out. McCulloch. This one all the way down to LaBarbera. And now Petrie will set it up. 43 to go in the Edmonton abbreviated power play here. Coyotes trailing at 1-0. They're now shot 9-6. Hemsky.
0 people.
Everly. Out of the corner, Hemsky with a shot. Sharp angle right through the crease. Now Hemsky. And this puck will go all the way back inside the Edmonton zone.
A little bit of a bad read by Petrie. Hemsky was trying to find him in the middle of the ice. You look at the Oilers power play 0 for their last 19. Hard to imagine with all that talent up front.
Eugene Hopkins.
0 people.
Into the corner. Hansel's out. Penalty is over, so the Coyotes pull it off. One Oilers shot on a power play. Grebishkov. Pitlick. Backed away. Coyotes are trying to get it out, but they can't. They keep Grebishkov at that midpoint. Coyotes trying to get it down low. Yakupov takes it away. Nice move that time around.
0 people.
The front. And Martin Hansel. Put this set up. Good pressure on the Edmonton Oilers. That's the momentum you can build on. Coyotes, they can't get off their line change. Nothing in the tank. They will not. Hansel has it across center. They take a shot that's blocked. Quick turnover, and now the Oilers power through center. Ryan Jones. And a hook up with Perron in front. Apr will get it out back to center.
0 people.
Oilers are set it up inside the run zone. Out with it is Jones. For Perron. That time is Kennedy and Stone collapsing on Perron. Played out of the back door. There's out of the long ship with Jeff Hoffman, and now Keith Yandel will bring it out.
Kennedy took the worst of that one. Took that right in the mouth.
Ribeiro shoots. Deflected high.
0 people.
Out of the corner, and now Moss left wing side. Gets it down low now. Out of forward in front. And Moss will play in behind the net. Ribeiro is there. Likes to play with.
Be there to the rescue.
Moss is there.
Pop show.
They work. They're straight line plays.
Be there on the double. Pop show.
Stone backhands
Pop show. Be there on the double. Pop show.
It's moved by McCulloch. Out of the zone. Really eager. Just takes it right towards the net. It's battled away by Smith.
The suicide pass. Yeah, Shane Doan. I think he caught his head up there at the last second to see Eager coming. He had Shane Doan in the Charlie tracks.
That's a tough run.
0 people.
Set up low just inside that blue line, middle of the ice.
Shane Doan's coming with speed. McCulloch gets it. Doan gets it and almost has his head taken off by Eager. Guys as big as saucers. The physical player, a guy that plays with an edge. You look for those. Especially against the other team's top players.
Ekman Larson.
0 people.
And the puck stripped away. At the line clearance. Now Eberle. Perron. Penalty coming up here. It's going to go against the Coyotes. And Shane Doan is going to go. We'll step out. Oilers power play. We'll come back with 1:40 remaining. The captain in the penalty box. Oilers back on the power play with a 1-0 lead. He goes for tripping at 18-20.
He got puck focused.
For the Stanley Cup.
0 people.
For the Stanley Cup playoffs.
It's Perron's feet out from underneath him. Another penalty kill situation for the Phenix Coyotes, down by a goal already. Ray Tippett not happy.
Oilers on the road, just one power play goal in 23 attempts. Off the draw to win the faceoff. Eberle working the left point.
0 people.
Inside that left wing to the side. Backhands on the front. Stripped away. Cleared into the corner.
Give him a lane, he'll take it.
Justin Schultz across. Nugent Hopkins back out high for Schultz. Over to Edwards.
Here,
Eberle trying to walk it.
in the desert.
Eberle holding on to it. A minute
0
6 to go to the
people.
period. A minute 24 remaining in the power plays. This one is blocked away by Schlemko. That's going to get in the first period. Tip to the line, but not out. Good effort there by Dave Moss, but the Coyotes can't get it out of the zone. Good feet there by Schultz. Now it's sent all the way up the ice this time by the Oilers.
And here come against this Edmonton Oilers power play. The key is to be aggressive. They're fighting it. They're squeezing their sticks a little bit. Make sure, again, you take away that time and space. Nice job by the Coyotes.
Over to glass and out of
0
play.
people.
Faceoff will come inside the Coyotes zone. And don't forget, you can start Halloween with a Coyotes game and a Bud Light Thursday night party pack. That includes 2 lower-level tickets, 2 domestic beers, all for $99. Next week, the Coyotes host the Nashville Predators. Details at PhoenixCoyotes.com. Jones, our first one party, as the American defenseman. This one is played past the point all the way back.
0 people.
Shea Weber, I believe, these days, Tyson.
Not a bad defensive partner.
Third pause recording.
In the league,
Third pause recording.
Big board a little bit. Make sure, again, you take away that.
It was
time
opening
and
3
space.
minutes.
Nice job.
Edmonton coming out much
Glass
stronger
and out of
and
play,
sharper
so
than last game.
faceoff will come inside the Coyotes zone.
He was very good at his driving underneath that seam, forcing defenders to get on his back, and of course engaging physically as well. You like to see him like that, looking for a shot, not
0
looking to
people.
defer to the outside, but right in the middle. A little more selfish, that goal scorer's mentality, which he clearly has, and just has to embrace in the NHL.
It's like Daryl Sutter wants Mike Richards out against the Nugent Hopkins line here tonight. Former NBA player Popeye Jones.
Good Gene Wardle. Back to Paxson.
Played all the way back. Out. And that's going to do it here for the open.
0 people.
And Johnny got coming up. Quarterfinal chat with Dave Moss. We'll also have Johnny got victory. Coming up. We'll chat with Dave Moss. We'll also have a special guest, Dorothy Hamill, and stats and highlights as well. And Tyson, you know, one way or another, afternoon games always a little strange, and maybe it takes some guys a little longer to get going than others. Credit to the Oilers for taking advantage of Tyler Pitlick getting his first national
0 people.
Yeah, again, though, early goals have cost the Phoenix Coyotes. They weren't ready to start this game. Mike Smith, a goal that he would want to have back, and just real simple hockey by the Edmonton Oilers. You just have to match their work ethic. We'll see what happens in the second period.
All right, end of one. The shot for the first. 11 for the Oilers, 7 for the Coyotes. They have a 1-0 lead courtesy of Tyler Pitlick. Stick around. Todd Walsh and Dave Moss. It's trailing 1-0, and they're heading back to the ice here.
0 people.
Led by Mike Smith.
people.
Let's find out. He's winning 58% of the faceoffs.
Zero people.
Way more everything in this second period.
Well, they need a good start. Shefield's got another 20 seconds remaining in his children's not able to get.
Just get back to work. Compete. That's how the Coyotes play. Look at the goal differential. 5 periods. It's picking up now. Second period gets a little better. And third, that is the Coyotes period.
Well, let's see if things change from the first period as the puck is played out of the down. 14 to go.
Zero people.
To hurry. Maybe one final chance here. Adrian Hopkins tries to take it into the corner. Down is out. Coyotes will get it back to center. They've also go after it. Justin Schultz. Everly puts
Zero
it in.
people.
Monaco played in behind it. Trying to angle him off, but his hands are back through center. Over the line, drop pass up to Larson. To the front base line. Over the line, drop pass up to Larson. Hands are back through center. Over the line, drop pass up to Larson. To the front base line. He scores!
Zero people.
The playoffs!
Zero people.
Guy that's heating up at the right time.
Zero people.
We talk about just getting pucks to the net. Here we go.
Good goal.
Good goal. 5 assists. Good goal. Hard-working crew in the champion. Good series. A redirect, that's okay. The stick kicking motion, not okay.
A big goal.
Yeah, huge.
Right after the Shane Doan penalty, the Coyotes answer right back and get back into this hockey game.
Zero people.
27 seconds to time. The Hansel goal, his 5th of the season. Uncle Larson and the captain Shane Doan assisting. Larson 11 points. It's 2 points the season. Trying to work it back out high without one off the referee. David Perron will dump one in. Donald looks to get back.
Zero people.
The ball in behind the play between Hansel and Perron. Moss. Play to the corner, Tim Kennedy down low and about there. Big rubbish caught. And now Moss back out high. Still with a shot. Saved that time by Lamarga. Kennedy into the corner. Losing an edge that time was Dave Moss. Down low. Big hit Hemsky as he got pumped that time by Schlemko.
Zero people.
Third by Schlemko. Hemsky is a guy that you want to finish all night long.
Drop this one into the left wing corner where Blanco gives chase. Out of his own goes Pitlick. The goal scorer for the Edmonton Oilers. Nice speed there. Ryan Jones to the puck blocked away. A big block there, Michael Stone, and he took the hit in the corner as well.
That was Ferentz sneaking down back door.
Jones comes right to the net with a big there.
0 people.
Schultz will send it across. Phenix. That's in Clinton. Blocked by goaltender Mike Smith. You don't play for a while. You got to get your game going. Mike Smith looked good here.
Yeah, great job there. Double pad stack. Doesn't allow that pass to get through the Phenix. But then look at the pressure here by Edmonton Oilers. Alleviate that pressure. The Coyotes, a couple of good passes. Shane Doan stop up. Finds Oliver Ekman-Larsson. The offensive instincts.
0 people.
Right there. Assist on the play. Not only does he join the rush, but he makes one heck of a pass to Martin Hansel. Backdoor. That was good stuff. That's why he's one of the best defensemen in the National Hockey League.
Comes in front now. The puck is going to be played to the corner. Yandel looks to get it out. And Doan will clear it back to center. By the way, no Jeff Halpern on the bench. We'll try to get an update there as Shane Doan will leave there for Clinton. Now Doan with a shot.
0 people.
A piece of that was LeBarbara. That was ripped. Out high. Morris. And now Yandel. Tried to send it across that time in that normal spot that he was hooking up with Rivera earlier in the week.
Jason LeBarbara played here for a few years. Definitely knows the tendencies. Of the captain.
Let's go downstairs, Todd Walsh. You just saw those shots from
20% battery.
If you will. Just when you talk to Jake Mancovi. Between period 1 and 2, among other things like the establishment before
0 people.
shots on them second chances, he said this, I'm quoting him. The challenge and our commitment of the defense
Finder. Focus unlocked. Image.
is unacceptable. So we're seeing a little of it. Yes, we are. By the way, it looks like Coach Blazer is maybe going to jump on November there.
He's got the goalie going. Johnny Cash over black on black.
Time out, by the way, in the call by the Edmonton Oilers.
0 people.
That's a better start for the Phoenix Coyotes. There's something we talked about in between periods. All the effort. Using this Edmonton Oilers D. That is their weakness. Definitely not much weakness up front, but their forwards, they're trying to power. They're on their back end. They're a tough time playing their own zone.
Coyotes win the draw. Ekman-Larsson.
0 people.
Towards the net. Bellows lost his stupidest shot taken that time. Steered by the ball. Kennedy behind the net. Kennedy trying to play it to the front. Hands it on the corner for Ekman-Larsson. Cutting to the front. Ekman-Larsson with a shot. Oh, he just missed wide to the right of the ball.
He had him too.
Kennedy, good work in the corner. Over the line and Eager able to get that one off for Edmonton.
0 people.
Early on in the second period as Bravado look to get this one back in, but we get a whistle here on the offside. Well, your next chance to get a black Pepsi Saturday night family back is in 2 weeks when the Coyotes host Alex Ovechkin and the Capitals at 6. For $99, you get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 Pepsis. Purchase yours today at PhoenixCoyotes.com. Just a follow-up too the other night when the Fox Sports Arizona people took over the ticketing department. Tyson just
0
great
people.
results. And all the Coyotes fans were stepping up and taking advantage of that great ticketing deal the other night during the game.
Great job. Outstanding. A good crowd here on hand. Little afternoon delight.
Played all the way back. Originally, this was a 6 o'clock game, and they moved it to noon.
Big advantage for the Edmonton Oilers. They go to LA and play tomorrow night.
0 people.
Ryan Jones took a look that time from Dave Moss. Puck played away, and Yandel to give chase.
The fourth line for the Edmonton Oilers has done a real nice job providing energy. Have a goal in this hockey game every time they're finishing their checks.
Sneed behind the net. And out with it is Nugent Hopkins.
Charging.
He takes a
19%.
shot. He hit the post.
Standard.
There, Ryan Nugent Hopkins.
That is
Standard.
a twisted wrister right there. Unbelievable
0 people.
release.
Nugent Hopkins.
Viewfinder. Focus unlocked.
Wrap it
Image.
around. Oilers now with a bit of a flurry of their own before Clinkhammer clears.
There's a Rubik plus that Nugent Hopkins gets on that shot. Looks so innocent. And beats Mike Smith clean, but he doesn't beat the post. Around the boards and down low.
to the front for Matt China. A shot away.
Zero people.
Good keep of the line. Stone. He'll get one towards the net. He scores. Good keep of the line. Chip to the front for Matt China. A shot away that time. Good keep of the line. Stone. He'll get one towards the net. And on the boards and down low. Chip to the front for Matt China. A shot away that time. Good keep of the line. Chip to the front for Matt China. A shot away that time. Good keep of the line. Stone.
Zero people.
By Stone. Away. Jason LeBar.
You can't just get a stick on the
You're gonna come out. Let's get as many.
Zero people.
The Edmonton Oilers, their Achilles heel has been their blue line for quite a while. There's one little shot. Will stop there by Turnick. And we will step out.
3 of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
All right, welcome back. Keith Yandel, what happened in between periods? What did you guys talk about? Obviously, it's the shoot first mentality, a couple big goals.
Yeah, we know, after the first, we only had 7 shots on net. We know Barton's a good goalie, and to beat him, you have to get more than 7 shots. So I think our mentality for the second was get as many shots and keep with the net, and I think we've done a good job so far.
All right, keep it rolling.
Thanks, Nasty.
There he is, Jason LeBar brought back in just as we expected. Just a kind of momentum changer. Down to get a breather.
That's Mike Keenan-esque right there. Remember those days in Chicago where it'd be the yo-yo goaltender.
Zero people.
A brigade for Iron Mike.
Tom Burke can relate. He has been through it, and I don't think Jason LeBar knew what was going on. He was not happy. Snapped his stick when he came to the bench.
It's not a lot of his fault, and not the greatest play in front of him as the puck is moved in behind the net. Shane Doan tries to wrap around right through the crease again. He's putting on more pressure here. A play back on the line by
Zero people.
Yandel comes back, and now Klinkhammer taking a belt that time. Finally sent back in. Pitlick's had a pretty good game. Klinkhammer and Pitlick in a one-on-one. And Morris has set it up. Again, Coyotes today are going without Rusty Klesla. Healthy scratches, David Rundblad and Brandon Yip. Nick Schultz and Ryan Smith are going to the Oilers out.
Zero people.
Long list of injuries. Kennedy will play it into the corner to the front, and a chance there on a deflection wide by Verbata. David Schlemko plays for Verbata, trying to get it to the front. Scramble for it. Well, that time Schlemko all the way down in front of the net. Kennedy back defensively, and now the Oilers will bring it back. Eager has it, shoots and a stop, and a rebound, they score! Wide by Verbata. David Schlemko plays for Verbata, trying to get it to the front. Verbata. David Schlemko and Brandon Yip. Nick Schultz and Ryan Smith, a couple of the Oilers out. And a long list of injuries. Kennedy will play it into the corner to the front, and a chance there on a deflection wide by Will Acton.
Oh, that's a good answer for the...
That was Will Acton.
Zero people.
Oh, that's a good answer.
That was Will Acton.
Zip in the way.
Coyotes, Kennedy had to come back and play defensively on that play. Now it's moved along as Moss will play it into the corner. Moss and Sneed battling along the end boards. Going right back to the front, and now Arcabello will get it out.
5'8",
Zero people.
66 pounds, Arcabello.
Played collegiately at Yale. Had great numbers early on, Coyotes, and now Vodker will look to get it out. They bring it back. Vodker over the line. Headed that time for Moss. He got bumped off the puck by Sneed. And the Oilers will bring it along. Good stick that time. Ribeiro forcing the Oilers back.
Zero people.
Deflect this one all the way down. So Eager gets one of the assists along with Luke Gadzik. Talk a lot about fourth lines. Vermette with a shot on a stop that time by LaBarbera.
Now let's go back to the goal one more time and take a look at why Kennedy is back in the lineup on that top line. You look at his positioning. He's going to come up high here. Perfect position. Good F1. He sees the defenseman drop down. He's a safety dog.
Zero
Good job
people.
defensively as well. He can skate. He can motor. He's got another assist. In this hockey game on the Slumko goal.
You know, after watching him at this level, Tyson, you got to believe maybe the only thing holding him back in his career has been his size. Slumko, big hit there on Pitlick. And Pitlick was slow to get up. He's going to go right to the Edmonton bench.
Zero people.
Now, Phenix going to try to get rid of it. Take it away. Comes on high. Vermette with a shot blocked. And Eager the other way for Edmonton. And Eager going wide. This off netting and we're going to whistle. Well, this happened right in front of the penalty box. The hit on Pitlick.
Great hit there. Old school hip check there by Slumko. That's perfect. Right in the midsection.
Zero people.
Oh, Charlie Horse thinks he caught him a little bit in that left leg. That's all about timing.
Again, Oilers injuries. Gagne out in the lineup. Smith, Otter, Taylor Hall, the big one with a bad knee. S.E. Ortsu.
The injury bug has definitely hit them hard. Some of their top end players, too.
Regroup here for Morrison behind the net.
Zero people.
Down to the center for Vermont on right wing. Gets it past Beloff, and he gets it deep. Eager on right wing, and he plays it along for Will Acton, who'll dump one in. Right behind the net. Gamble. Gadzik.
Zero people.
Maybe that time blocked by Hansel. Coyotes will play it to the corner, and now out of the zone with it is Kennedy. Back to get it is Yakupov, and he's got some steam heading towards center as he gave it off to Everly.
That's what you need to slow down. Right there, that speed through the neutral zone. Tight gaps. Well, that's a key here tonight.
Everly plays it in behind for Mike Smith, who lets it go.
Zero people.
And off for Rodell. Rodell's been quiet here this afternoon. Drops it, Moss. Shot. Stopped by LaBarbera. And will step out. Things picking up physically as well. Moments ago, David Schlemko on Tyler Pitlick.
Well, this is why we talk about tight gaps. Look at the speed here. You look at Yakupov. Little give and go up the ice. Gets on his horse. He wants it back. And that is scary. As a defenseman, you are on your
Zero
heels
people.
when you see speed like that. Yakupov hit the sophomore slump, if you will. 17 goals last season in 48 games. Yet to get on the board this year with the Edmonton Oilers, a healthy scratch twice.
Would you have done that?
Healthy scratch?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to teach these kids how to play the right way. He doesn't want to play the right way. He's going to sit and watch and learn how to play the right way.
Accountability from Coach Nasher.
Zero people.
Why not? Right.
Why not? Yeah.
Got to nip it.
I think that's the mistake here with this Edmonton Oilers group. They're so talented. But again, you look at Pavel Datsyuk, one of the best players in the game. He plays the right way. You have to dump the puck in sometimes.
It's all about picking your spots and doing what's best for the team and not necessarily for the individual. And
dumping the puck in nowadays is an NHL play. It used to be where you'd never want to dump it in.
Zero people.
Skated across the blue line. You saw Wayne Gretzky over the years. That doesn't happen anymore.
Well, it's interesting you bring up a guy like Datsyuk, too, as this one off the glass, because Detroit's been such a puck possession team over the years. And he will do it. Trying to help his team. Boyd Gordon in the corner now, and Eberle looking to battle for it as well. Back out high, Phenix to Boyd Gordon in behind the net. Ryan Jones is there as well. Boy, Edmonton all over the crease area. Comes back out high, Grebishkov. Shot, and it's stopped by Smith. Today's Cold Hard Facts are brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Beautiful look at Westgate there. The Coyotes since 2000 in afternoon games, they've played 41 of them, Tyson, with a respectable mark of 21, 15, and 5.
I think that has a lot to do with recently, too, Dave Tippett making sure his team was prepared and ready. Today is very unique. A 12-minute start. Normally, when players are just laying down for their afternoon nap after a big meal. So definitely a different situation. Hockey players, creature of habits. Everything changes here.
Perron towards the net, and that goes off netting, and so we'll get another face-off.
I myself had to wake my tongue up a little earlier. Make sure it was right side up so I could spit something out.
It's a normal afternoon for you, like I did.
I'll take a little afternoon nap. I mean, I feel like a... Still playing, gonna get rested up.
A sparkling spring water to lubricate the pipes.
Exactly. WD-40 for the salad.
Patty Patty. Eberle will get chased, or Nugent Hopkins chased out, so Eberle lose the draw. Well, the afternoon games are, I think they're great, especially for the kids, the families, you know.
Look around the crowd here. A lot of kids in the building. That's what it's all about.
A lot of Oilers jerseys, and that's okay.
Yep. Oilers don't care. They just want a full building. Good hit there by Martin Hamden. He's doing it all. He leads his team in hits.
Good example of hitting a guy to separate from the puck, and this one in on LaBarbera, and we'll get a whistle and a face-off.
Hits and goals. He leads his team. Tied for the lead, I should say. 5 goals on the season now. Nugent Hopkins gets the puck, take away that time. Don't have to knock him on his can, but just let him know you're there. Look at Martin Hamden, another goal in this hockey game. And how many of his goals, Matt, have been from 5 feet out of the paint? Nothing fancy. You know what you're going to get out of number 11.
And the effectiveness of the power play on that Eastern road trip earlier in the month was due a lot to Marty Hansel just parking himself in front of the net, and this one deflected on LaBarbera. And they're going up against an Oilers team that has really fought the injury bug. And Dallas Eakins' team has already lost 12 from Sam Gagner with a jaw. He is yet to play. Ryan Hamilton and SEO and Sue is out, along with Taylor Hall and Ryan Smith. Taylor Hall, probably the big one there when he injured his knee there in Eastern Canada.
Gagner as well. I mean, those are 3 of their big boys. 3 of their big boys that they're missing. That's not easy.
And an icing here, and so we'll get the face-off back. Taylor Hall. This goes back to a game they were playing against the Ottawa Senators on that road trip. They got a penalty for this slash, and he went to the penalty box. And when he came out, took a shot, and you could see he was holding that knee and has not played since.
Pitlick also, after that Schlemko hit, has gone to the Oilers locker room and not returned as well.
0 people.
They got a lot of Oklahoma City, which is their American League affiliate, up right now with the big club. Smead will play it across, and Petrie will get it back through center for Ryan Jones. And out of the zone back to center, here comes Vermette. Lost it.
Good backside pressure by the Oilers. That was Atkin again.
0 people.
3-2 Coyotes. They trailed 1-0 at the end of one.
Coyotes.
Got 3 quick goals on LaBarbera.
58 seconds.
Oilers countering with one of their own in a 3-2 game.
42 seconds.
Welcome back. A few highlights here from the second period. There's a turnover by Yakupov. We talked about that all night. Not only does he turn the puck over, and he doesn't get in front of it, and he redirects it past the goaltender, Jason LaBarbera. Another breakdown here by the Edmonton Oilers. Where's the winger?
0 people.
Blocking that shot. Schlemko has 15 feet till the next Edmonton Oiler body. Of course, he tees it up and rips it. Another redirection by an Edmonton Oiler forward, Acabello, and into the back of the net. And one of the reasons why Yakupov has been a healthy scratch twice this year is plays like that. A turnover on the blue line, puck ends up in the back of your net. You're leading the game, all of a sudden you're down by a goal. Change of momentum now. You're leading.
0 people.
Oilers will bring it back. Arcabello gives it off in front. Chance Perron. Stop that time by Smith. And he's swimming for the loose puck there as he comes up with it.
Oh, big save there by Mike Smith. No rebound. If he lets a rebound go there, it's in the back of the net. What a move by Perron.
Great look. And they've had some here in the second period.
Yeah, little inside out. Finds a seam and lets it go. So skilled. Great pickup by the Edmonton Oilers to get Perron
0 people.
from the St. Louis Blues.
Nugent Hopkins had a similar look, maybe a little bit higher out from Smith.
Because they didn't have enough talent here in Edmonton. They needed to get some more.
Barrett's at the line, stopped, and a rebound, hit the post. Oh, that was Perron again.
Yeah, Perron backhand, but how about that shot? That was just a muffin from Barrett, but a rebound by Mike Smith.
Still in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
There's a chance again, Arcabello with a shot. But now Ferentz,
0
away
people.
by Morris. That's not often the how hard you shoot it towards the net. It's getting it out of the net and maybe looking for a rebound. And good example there. Hansel. And all the way back, and Everly will get in. Everly on a one-on-one. That goes right to Smith off the deflection.
1 hour.
There's the shot.
1 hour. 2 minutes.
There's the
24
rebound. Smith
seconds.
can't handle it. Just a little shot. Floats on in. Boom. Rebound. And nobody picks up Perron. He puts it backhand right off the right post again. That's 2 posts now. The Edmonton Oilers have hit.
I don't like the way the game is trending, Type.
And he puts it backhand.
But they can trust him, know that he'll...
Penalty problems in Vancouver, and certainly
Just a little shot.
0 people.
Floats on in. Boom. Rebound. And nobody picks up Perron. He puts it backhand right off the right post again. That's 2 posts now. The Edmonton Oilers have hit.
I don't like the way the game is trending, Tyson. But I'm not pleased with what's happening here over the last 3-4 minutes. Anyways, the Oilers heavily on a one-on-one.
0 people.
That's a tough call at even strength, let alone when they've already penalty call. Careful Smeed, and that is a tough one to take. So go down 5-on-3.
they've been preaching discipline for 48 hours. And it's a tough line to get in this early once again.
That's a tough call at even strength, let alone when they've already penalty call.
Shorts are 3 for... They've been preaching discipline for 48 hours. And it's a tough line to get in this early once again.
That's a tough call at even strength, let alone when they've already penalty call.
Shorts were 3 for 5 the other net. Kings look to the first.
That goes right to Smith. The deflection of McCollum.
There's the shot. Ferentz is going to get this puck on the back end. Nobody picks up for on. He puts it backhand right off the right post again. That's 2 posts.
Zero people.
The Edmonton Oilers have hit.
I don't like the way the game is trending, Tyson. I've been all that pleased with what's happening here over the last 3-4 minutes. Anyways, the Oilers are bouncing back. They got that second goal to cut the lead to 1. The goal from Acton.
Put a hands on this kickoff.
Yakupov all over the place, and they give it off in behind the net.
That's the skill we're talking about, though. And that's a better play right there. Making sure that puck gets out. That's what the Edmonton Oilers want to see more of from Yakupov.
Chasing this down, Kennedy to the corner against Justin Schultz. From behind the net, comes in front now. Everly will knock it away, and out come the Oilers. Waiting to ship for Nail Yakupov. They're going right back after it. Now Schlemko got taken down, so Stone will try to pop it free, and he does.
Zero people.
Now the Oilers come right back. Here they come with Boyd Gordon. Gordon going wide. Trying to go short side on Smith. Got that one as it's moved out. Dave Moss cut off an angle that time by Schmid as the puck goes deep.
Nice job there by Schmid, cutting that angle off, giving Dave Moss nothing, not allowing him to get that blue line with speed.
Back to center, and Perron is back out there for Edmonton.
Zero people.
Out of the zone it goes, and here comes Moss as he'll dump it into the corner. Tried to throw it back out high, and Perron is there. Played all the way back in, so a shift change on. Bodker and Rivera at the bench. Replaced by the captain Shane Doan along with Rob Klinkhammer and Antoine Vermette.
For the Oilers to reestablish their forecheck here again. Get back to work.
Zero
Those pucks
people.
in deep. It's one and done right now. The Edmonton Oilers just out working them.
Saved that time by Schmidt, and he's going to cover up. Well, just a reminder, when the Coyotes win, you win at Papa John's. The day after every Coyotes win, celebrate with 50% off your online order at papajohns.com by typing in promo code Coyotes. Offer only available online on regular menu prices. This face-off late in the second with 2:21 remaining will be to the left of goaltender Mike Smith. Yakupov back out.
Well, if he can break him something from Yakupov here, double shifting him.
Demski. Tied up by Vermette. Coyotes will take it away. Ekman Larsson nearly gave it up. Arcabella was kind of camped out, very stealthy, just standing in behind the Coyotes defender. And now Doan with it over the line. Got it towards net. LaBarbera, a big rebound there. Lawrence tying up Klinkhammer nicely, and the Oilers will dump this one right back in as Arcabella when the rest of that line heels to the Oilers bench.
A real nice job there by Ferentz to tie up Klinkhammer, who's just going hard to the net. Innocent shot by Shane Doan. Again, a big rebound.
Dumped back in. Kennedy battling with Nugent Hopkins. Out high, good keep there. Stone, they're going to say offside, so they'll lay it offside as the Coyotes will clear the zone. So offside canceled out. The Oilers will bring it along. Picked off. Hansel has it. Now Marty Hansel drops it. Kennedy out high. Schlemko trying to give it off. Perron will go the other way. Now back out high. Schultz, side of the net. Oh, what a beautiful play. Put home by Perron. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. And it's 3-3 as the Oilers tie the game with less than a minute remaining in the second. Wow, what a play. Perron will go the other way. Now back out high. Schultz, side of the net. He'll try to give it off. Perron will go the other way. Now back out high. Schultz, side of the net. Oh, he'll try to give it off. Down high. The game.
Zero people.
Can do on that play, and they make against that line, the top line of the Edmonton Oilers. You feed the fire, and they make you pay. All of a sudden, it's a hockey game once again. 3-1, you give up 2 goals. You know this Oiler team isn't going to quit. So here's the play we're talking about. Schlemko gets it. He makes a weak pass there. Gives it right to the Oilers. And back they come.
Four Coyotes bunched at the defensive zone. All sorts of room. Demski will get it in over the line. This one's taken away. 40 to go in the second period. This is back ordered in by Petrie.
Zero people.
That's how Dave Moss was locked up. He'll go to the bench, replaced by Shane Doan. Up to the front. They're going to get a whistle here, and it looks like a penalty coming up for hooking.
That's going to go on the Oilers. Great job by this line. Mikel Bonker, Shane Doan driving the net. They're trying to change things up here. They're not happy about giving up those 2 goals. To allow Edmonton back in this hockey game. Bonker wins a battle down low. Just takes it hard to the net. Draws a penalty. Petrie in the box. There's a look at it. Bonker goes in. Wins that battle. There's the hook. Jones comes in for the forearm shiver. Eakins will not be happy with that.
Late Arizona Lottery Powerball power play. 18.8 remaining in the second. Coyotes win the draw. A chance here. Ekman Larson lost it. Just kind of rolled off his stick. Back to the point. Yeah, but let's see if he sends one to the net. That time LaBarbera. Corner. Captain working it. Try to go back out there, but it's taken away. And Gordon will clear it, and that's it. Into the second period. A minute 42 remaining. And the Coyotes power penalty to Jeff Petrie. Michael Stone in our second intermission will also take a closer look at the goalie penalty rules that have changed. And stats and highlights from the second period. So I guess maybe I'm looking at it glass half full, Tyson. They were down by a goal at the end of one of these. Now they're tied, but we don't like the way it got to this point.
No, again, you give up a 2-goal lead. You work hard. You do the things that you talked about in between periods. That was shoot the puck, traffic in front. Didn't have enough forechecking, pressure, turnovers, allowing Edmonton right back in this hockey game. But now, it's a tie under.
11 minutes, 39 seconds.
Rusty Klesslin this one, so Michael Stone comes in to take his place. He's had a big afternoon here against the Oilers, and he's up next to a tie.
11 minutes, 52 seconds.
Sports Arizona is brought to you by the Cueva Hotel and Casino. Discover the all-new Cueva Hotel and Casino. See you at the VQ. Buy Jack in the Box. Satisfy your late-night cravings at Jack in the Box with Jack's Munchie Meal. Available after 9 p.m. at participating restaurants.
12 minutes, 1 hour, 12 minutes, 30 seconds.
Visit us at Geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO.
0 people.
Welcome back. Coyotes Saturday Hockey is brought to you by Taco Bell. Edmonton Oilers in town here this afternoon. At a 3-3 tie as Dave Tippett and the Coyotes get set here for the third period of play. 11-2-2 on the record all time for Tippett against the Edmonton Oilers. 5-1-1. We're right here at Jobbing.com Arena.
We're looking to break that tie.
At Jobbing.com Arena.
We're looking to break that
0
tie.
people.
Who's going to get the game winner, Tyson? Way to go out on a limb there.
Yeah, well, hey, you're hot, you're hot. We'd love to do it right here on this power play.
Minute 42. I'm doing the Frenchman. O-E-L.
There you go. There you have it.
Our producer, Graham Taylor, he's got Tim Kennedy.
0
That's
people.
the Spartans, I guess, is the Puckers. Played all the way back in. Here's Doan. In the corner, 3-3 tie here. First meeting of the season against the Edmonton Oilers. Coyotes got about 6 left in the opening period. Period 2, and a shot flutters wide by Ekman Larson. They got the goal from Hansen. Now back in the line it goes again. Still another minute 13 left in the power play for the Coyotes. Vermette.
0
People
people.
across that time. This one is batted away. Ooh, by Blake Gordon. Good stick there by Gordon. Oh, that shift was everyone was ball.
Sticks and lanes.
Larson trying to get this one deep. Barber will send it around. Acton, and he clears down the length of the ice. Yano for Ekman Larson.
0 people.
Half a minute or so remaining in this Coyotes power play that has produced one shot. Ekman Larson got it in over the line towards the net. Sneed takes it away. And right back up the ice. The power plays that carry over from period to period. I think there's so much an advantage of the team that is defending, the short-handed team. Now hands are over the line, and this shot thunders into the corner. 5 to go in the power play. And it's cleared all the way down the lane.
That'll do it. That's a big kill for the Edmonton Oilers.
Yep.
And Stanley can build some momentum off of. Not a good power play at all. And he's unable to ever really get set up. We had a single shot on that power play.
Yeah, just one. Nugent Hopkins will play it along. On the count.
0 people.
Vermette trying to get it out. Coyotes get it back towards center. That's where Bella plays for Andrew Ferens. Turnover here. O'Connor over the line. He drops it. Vermette with a shot. And a stop that time, LaBarbara.
A bad turnover there by Ferens. 3-on-1 the other way. Good backside pressure. I believe that was wrong.
Zone.
0 people.
Into the zone for Rivera. Good keep of the line, Morris. For the point deflected just wide by Rivera. 63's been quiet today. Had a good look there.
That's how he plays. Flies under the radar and then boom, he bites you.
Out of the way.
0 people.
Now Bonker going after it, got it towards the front. That was blocked away beautifully. Andrew Ferens. Gamble will keep it on the board before it's taken away. And out of the zone by Petrie as he'll walk it all the way down. And we get an icing call here against Edmonton.
Here's a turnover by Ferens, captain of this Edmonton Oilers team. Leads to a chance the other way.
0 people.
Backside pressure though by the Oilers, and those are the numbers here in the third period. Good signs. Guys are looking for that next goal. They have been unreal offensively in the third period.
Schlemko on the right wing, Bravada tips it into the zone after it is Hansel. Pulls up right through the crease. Well, Kennedy was there as well. Schlemko back to retrieve. Kennedy. Broken up by Perron. Countering of the Oilers. Over the line, Everly. Trying to go backhand with a forehand. Might have gotten tied up at the last moment there by Kennedy. That was a real unbelievable speed there. Perron. Over the line. Back to Smith. Puts that into the corner. Now Vermette down there. Comes in front. Perron. Broken play, and Smith had to be sharp. Well, your Coyotes host Alexander Ovechkin and the Capitals 2 weeks from today. In the first 10,000 fans will get a free Mike Smith courtesy of Vino River Casinos. Get your tickets today at PhenixCoyotes.com.
Well, we talked about that 200-foot game. Turnover by the Coyotes, more time in their own zone. Mike Smith has to come up big. Unnecessary. That puck gets in deep on the blue line, and Edmonton doesn't get that scoring chance.
Vermette chased out of the circle, so Shane Doan comes in. Now Vermette putting on some pressure against Andrew Ferens up the ice. Turnover here, Klinkhammer takes it away. But now Ferens will scoop it up and move it out. Eager over the line. That's blocked away by Morris. Andrew Ferens lost it. Klinkhammer. And now Doan. Throws it across for Yandel. Doan can't set it up in behind the net. The Oilers will bring it along. Adds it to Everly through center. This one's taken away as Bodker will look up the ice. Everly upended in behind the play by McCulloch. Back to Larson over the line. Put it in behind the net, Bodker. And out of his zone again and up the ice.
Big battle going on between the benches here. Atkin and Shane Doan. Things starting to heat up.
Right on the way back. You're between the benches as you have it become your home, Tyson.
Oh, you love it. This is what it's all about.
Down here, you just see so much more as a former player. Around. And over the line, trying to lock it around Morris. Cut off beautifully that time. Hansel, they go behind the net. And a lot of whistles here in the third period of play. We made 6-10. And the left-handed there. Hansel will bring it in. Here's a chance. Over to Barbara with a shot. All the way off the stick. Over to Barbara. Now Kennedy. Oh, he's going to back it over the line. Everly a little spin around the move. Goes down low. They try to jam it in front. And now it's lofted all the way back by Yandel through center. With that move there by Edmonton. He's got the puck on a string here in this third period. Real good start to number 14 here in period 3. Jones behind the net. Now the Coyotes will get it out as Kyle Chipchura, who didn't see the ice in that second period, able to get it back in. Chipchura and Bissonnette, I believe, without a shift in the second. Out of the zone it goes. Nail Yakupov. Yakupov probably going to be good. Just wide. There's that speed wide. The center drive so hard to defend. There's a chance. Nugent Hopkins. He shoots. He shoots. And he takes the goal. There's a chance. Speed wide. The center drive so hard to defend. There's a chance. Nugent Hopkins. He shoots. He's so hard. Yakupov probably going to lose one. Just wide. There's that speed wide. The center drive so hard to defend. There's a chance. Nugent Hopkins. He shoots. He shoots. He scores!
It go. Jones, the redirect, finds its way past Mike Smith. Perfect positioning by Jones.
It's our view from the ice.
Redirect, finds its way past Mike Smith. Perfect positioning by Jones.
It's our view from the ice. Courtesy of the Schwartz laser eye.
A 3-0 lead.
It's our view from the ice. Courtesy of the Schwartz.
Positioning by Jones.
One goal each.
View from the ice. Courtesy of the, no doubt, Jones deflected that. So the Coyotes now trail 4-3. Back and forth affairs over the last couple here. And Coyotes need a way to get this game tied. Moss will bring it back over. Ribeiro into the corner. That's the Larson on high. Shot wide. They're all the way back, and now Bacher with it. Ryan Jones gets his second. Great stick, Ryan Jones. Jones is getting the Oilers to 4-3 lead over the Holiday night. Bring your trick-or-treaters out, and the Coyotes going to get handful at 7. For free candy, it's Compliments of Fries. Get all the details at PhenixCoyotes.com. Coyotes, I would imagine, feel like they've been tricked here a little bit in the third period.
Just got work.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Turnovers end up in the back of your net. Edmonton just wants this game. You look at their third and fourth line. They're combined for 5 points in this hockey game. Top real secondary scoring.
Urbano plays it in behind the net for Hands. They're going to right back.
A very different looking 5-on-3 penalty kill for the Edmonton Oilers. They were lit up by the San Jose Sharks chasing around.
Coyotes, I would imagine, feel like they've been tricked here a little bit in the
They're
third
moving
period.
around, staying in the shot range, and collapsing down the front of the net. Not nearly as much space up there for LA as it was for San Jose. Face off, win by Kopitar. They were lit up by the San Jose Sharks chasing around. They are much tighter, much shorter distances. They're moving around, staying in the shot range, and collapsing down the front of the net. Not nearly as much in the third period. Space up there for LA as it was for San Jose. When you face off,
Everyone shot it up. And dumped right back in. The Oilers trying to win here tonight in Jobbing.com Arena. Another road game for the Oilers. They went 2-3-1 on a 6-gamer. Here's a chance in front of Cavallo, and he's right with a slow.
And the one of the Jobbing.com Arena.
That's a big save by Mike Smith.
Game 3 of the Stanley Cup.
Neutral zone moved by Nugent Hopkins trying to find out Cavallo. Coyotes counter. And behind the net, Arcabella. Andrew is up the motion, freezing for Klinkhammer. Klinkhammer off-handed penalty coming up here. The greatest point on the league. Coyotes are getting the power play. They have to capitalize here. Edmonton Oilers continue to take penalties. This is the third power play in a row. And here's the play. Karan comes in. Arcabella goes right to the net. And a save there by Mike Smith. That's the ground that Keith Yandel covers all the way. Is long. And here's the play. Karan comes in. Arcabella goes right to the net. And a save there by Mike Smith. That's the ground that Keith Yandel covers up. Goes right to the net. And a save there by Mike Smith. That's the ground that Keith Yandel covers all the way. Back up into the play. So they get Phenix. So the Coyotes go to the power play. Another Arizona lottery power play. Able to bring it out. Drops it. 3 clock. Plays it right back into the corner. It rolls behind the net. Petrie trying to move it along, but cut by Apr.20. Over to Ribeiro. Back out high, Apr.20. Room now for Yandel. To Apr.20, he shoots the puck to just wide. Kept by Urbano. Across for Apr.20. Now Yandel got it towards the net. He scores! Across for Apr.20. Now Yandel got it towards the net. Back out high. Camera off behind the net. Neutral zone. In Jobbing.com Arena, another road game for the Oilers. Jones can get 6. Here, Phenix with a hook. Almost got it in there as well. And here's the play. Karan comes in. Arcabella goes right to the net. And a save there by Mike Smith. That's the ground that Keith Yandel covers all the way back up into the... Goes on here. Keith's ball. Oilers now going to be short-handed again. High stick is going to be the call. Against a hold of the Klinkhammer back. The Coyotes play against Klinkhammer, and now they finally get a hold of the Klinkhammer back.
Welcome back. Game 9 to 4. Here's how it unfolded with the power play. Mark Arcabello with the high stick to route Klinkhammer. You see it there. Coyotes get the chance on the power play. Jody Jackson here on our post-game set, getting ready for her post-game show. This has been a wild game, no question about it. And the defense has played a major role. Todd Walsh talked about it with Jim Playfair. They said the defense had to be more of a factor here offensively. And boy, guys, that has been the case. Goals by Stone, Schlumcoat, and now Yandel through that Hansel screen.
Now a chance, too, on the power play as Rivera will set it up, and it goes out high. Ekman Larson. And across now. Now he takes a shot. It was blocked away. Coyotes will regroup here. Back to Ekman Larson.
He's the third power play in a row.
First off, here's the coach from Jeff Carter. David down on his knees, but he's trying to cheat a little bit back forward to help out with Mike Richards, but he's not crossing that pass empty run down. And then you're exactly right, Chris. We saw this drill, puck after puck, into his midsection, holding it, gobbling up, not letting there be a rebound. And you need that in a 5-on-3 situation. LA takes their timeout, wants to keep that number one unit out there with 46 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Get them their full rest. They want to get...
Jason LaBarbera.
Big save there by LaBarbera, but again, good puck movement by the Coyotes. Up, down, over, and a shot. He's going to have success on that last time out there. There's the puck movement. Yandel gets it and just tees it up. The catch with Oliver Ekman Larson. His hands on front.
Coyotes will win this draw as it's played all the way back. Ekman Larson shoots at the outside of the net. Rivera went down low. Coyotes trying to keep it. Ekman Larson, nice job there to get it across for Yandel. Spreading it out for Rabada. Now Yandel. Rabada shoots. Stop that time. And a rebound. Comes out high. Good keeping the line by Yandel.
Crowd loves it too. This Edmonton Oilers penalty kill is dead.
Back out high it goes. Yandel has it. Ekman Larson, room, wrist shot. Larson.
Crowd loves it too. This Edmonton
Rabada. Shoots. Stop that time. And a rebound. Comes out high. Good keeping the line by Yandel.
Crowd loves it too. This Edmonton Oilers penalty kill is dead.
Back out high it goes. Yandel has it. Ekman Larson, room, wrist shot. Good keep of the line by Yandel.
Crowd loves it too. This Edmonton Oilers penalty kill is dead.
Back out high it goes. Yandel has it. Ekman Larson, room, wrist shot.
Penalty kill. Defenseman. 4 in this.
Oliver Ekman Larson with the foot. Get over the line. Klinkhammer had it.
Possibility at those blue lines. And again, another situation for the Coyotes. Have they learned the lesson this season? Giving up leads. The other night against LA, getting that momentum back, tying the game. Little mistakes with the puck.
Right back when it goes.
Smith
has to jam it in and spin the line. Yandel will race it out. But keep Yandel's feeling right now as he moves it in on Moss, who deflects it into the point and goes right after it.
6 points. A rule for Keith Yandel in his last 3 games, and they're not done this one.
By the Coyotes in scoring a season ago, and that's starting to really kick it in. But that play at the blue line that he made to keep the play onside would help result in the goal by Ekman Larson. Just a thing of beauty.
I love what the Coyotes have done with that power play as well. Putting all the roads in one basket, getting all of Ekman Larson and Keith Yandel to run the blue line, run the power play essentially.
And that's paid big dividends. 7 points by the Frenchman here tonight. Very quietly, too. Forward Radim Roboto with 3 assists. And behind him, another one. Try to work into a Phenix at the side of the net. Storm battling for it. Penalty coming up here. It's going to come out.
It's against the Edmonton Oilers. Mike Smith was knocked into. I think it's going to be Jones that scored at the box. Sneed, maybe? Sneed, you're right.
Here's the sequence. The Amber flop and set up, and OEL finishes it off. That's from the Taco Bell Twitter poll. 52% say you're going to be out on the time. Here's the penalty.
Look at Radim Roboto. I think the Coyotes get away with one there. Little hit from behind. Sneed bumps into Mike Smith. Mike Smith goes down. And his catch a break on that one.
But it is on the power play. That one right on the marble. Keeping an eye there on the Larson. Really had it set up there for Roboto. Good deflection there. We're going to face off.
A good stick on the lane now by Everly.
So hands in time to get him way back in the second period. But since then, we've been talking a lot about goals from defensemen. We've seen the second from Stone. Schlemko getting his first. Then Yandel and Ekman Larson. What a day for the blue line.
What a day for the power play, too. He has scored in 2 straight games on the power play, entering this one.
The game time goal and the go-ahead goal to this point are both on the power play. Back to Larson again.
They want to keep this game along the boards. They're a little bit bigger, a little heavier, a little bit stronger.
Tried to get him way back in the second period, but since then we've been talking a lot about balls from defensemen. We've seen the second from Stone, Schlemko getting his first, and Yandel and Ekman Larson. What a day for the blue line.
What a day for the power play, too. He scored in 2 straight games on the power play, entering this one.
The game time goal and the go-ahead goal to this point. Spurt blue line. Goals from defensemen. We've seen the second from Stone, Schlemko getting his first, and Yandel and Ekman Larson. What a day for the blue line.
What a day for the power play, too. He has scored in 2 straight games on the power play, entering this one.
The game time goal and the go-ahead goal to this point are both on the power play. Back to Larson again. Trying to go in front. Good clear there, and the Oilers are setting up the ice courtesy of Arcabella. All sorts of time here on the power play. A minute 23, 4:45 to go in the game clock. Roboto to Roboto. Trying to get it on the short side of the barber that time. Back on high, Yandel. And now Roboto squeezes a wrister that just goes wide.
Nice play there by Yandel. He didn't shoot that puck because he saw the big boy. Hansel was not in front of the net yet.
But that time, Belloff all over Ribeiro. But Hansel right in the middle of it as well, and the Oilers are going out. 1 shot so far, 45 to go on the penalty to Sneed. Coyotes bringing it on. Ekman Larson. Ribeiro. You got to be happy, Tyson, too. The other fact that Ribeiro hasn't been on the sheet yet here today. The Coyotes with 5 goals.
That's nice to see. They're getting it done by committee. Once again, a big reason this team has success, though, year after year, is because they get offense from their blue line. You need contributions from your back end.
And all the way down, and Antoine Vermette. This is going to be an icing call with 7 seconds left in the Coyotes power.
300 Coyotes hold the puck. Game 3 of the Stanley Cup quarterfinals.
Yandel doesn't shoot the puck. If he shoots the puck down, that's a waste of a shot. The ball will make that save because there's no traffic, and the power play will be dead. So a good heads-up play there by Yandel. Offensive instincts.
Defensive leaders and the on-ice leaders brought to you by with first bank. Momentum shot, but the left side by Lavonda. Only has expired, and so the Oilers back to full strength.
Martin and Shane Doan keep the battle continuing. And the war of words earlier in the third period. The Coyotes get the last laugh in this one. We're Shane Doan. Finish games. Finish them off hard.
Division game 2.
That's right.
You don't want this thing to go extra.
Keep kicking a team that's the bottom of the basement. Keep putting it to him.
Emsky. Momentum was
Gary Bettman quietly snuck into town last weekend, mediated between the two sides. They managed to end with the Ripples. Edmonton's getting a rookie.
back to center ice, that's on the right. The low save by Lavonda.
He lets her shot go.
He has expired.
The battle continuing. The war of words earlier in this third period.
So 6 minutes left in the third period. 3-0 Coyotes lead. So good.
Back to center ice, that time riding him was behind him, and Smith will go high off the glass, and he clears it all the way down. This is going to be the call fell off, and then something back in.
Talk about the mistakes by the Edmonton Oilers. Once again, they fight back into this game, they get the lead, and then they get into penalty trouble. Bad penalties. Besides maybe that last one by Schmid, allows the Coyotes back into the game, and then they'll take the lead themselves. That's just shooting yourself in the foot.
The way this one has gone today, Tyson, but back and forth, plenty of time for the Oilers to still wreak havoc.
One more.
They have a ton of firepower.
Recognition will get it out, and Apr gets it back towards center with the Coyotes' caught advantage, so it's sent right back in by Archibald. And now his hands are still in the pass. The call for the Coyotes will lock this one all the way down. It's just kind of died, and so the icing is waved off. There's a breach kick. And football as this one is sent right back in. And this one here on the ice, and so the faceoff will come back inside the Oilers zone with 2:16 to go. Keep our eye on Jason Lavonda at the Edmonton crease. Face-off. Lavonda, one of the good guys in hockey, but we're all kind of hoping that Coyotes can pin this off. Nothing personal, right? Football as this one is set right back in. And a whistle here on the ice, and so the face-off will come back inside the Oilers. Don't know the history of the Dallas Eagles when it comes to playing goaltenders, but keep on an eye on it.
Possession right there.
Possession. Here's Shane Doan. Shane Doan will look for himself in the playoffs. 2 minutes left to go in the third. 3-0 Coyotes. Stanley Cup playoff action here on Fox Sports.
Keep that foot on the gas now. On the move. Not the flow and the entire 2 minutes in the end zone. About the close on the Yakupov will bring it in. Labarber in the bench, and here's Nugent Hopkins. And they're on the Schultz. And Nugent Hopkins to the front, pumped away. And he's put away.
For the center. For the player.
Back of the line. And now Yakupov gets it in the hole. They try to get the and now Yakupov gets it in behind, and Yakupov is trying to get it. Here's all right. I'm getting busy.
Movement there by the Edmonton Oilers, and Smith just settles it down.
The final goal of the final minute.
Those loose pucks. Look at Mike Smith. Just sucks that one up. Any rebound there, and you're in all sorts of trouble. Great shift there by McCulloch. Rocket shots. Wearing the blue paint for Mike Smith.
By Shane Gold.
48.
12 points.
Face off. Controlled by the...
All sorts of trouble. Great shift there by McCulloch. Rocket shots. Wearing the blue paint for Mike Smith. For Arsenal. 48.
Face off. Controlled by the...
Richards can't break through. Down he follows, and that's up on the logo.
Face off.
Duplicate again.
It's easy when you've been picked apart like the Oilers were against San Jose to get passive on the penalty kills. But look at Jeff Seaton right here. He's recognized that. Spoke the time there. He's got some great hands, but he's got his back to him. He knows he can press him and look for the turnover. And he gets right up against him. He doesn't pull back. Sees an opportunity to create a turnover and does.
Jared Stoller will center. Controlled by the Oilers. Big win for Boyd.
Controlled by the Oilers.
Set in behind that. Right up by the net. Coyotes reversing. Schlemko trying to get it out.
Coyotes lead.
Second effort there by Anton. Team loves it.
Hempstead sent it in. 28 to go. Schlemko trying to get it out.
By Schlemko with the foot right through the middle. That is a real great play there. 10 seconds to go. Into the third.
The Oilers lead the series by one game. And Phenix prevails 4-0.
Key effort there by good goaltending in the end. Timely goals.
16 goals. 16 goals for the Stanley Cup first round.
So the Coyotes get a pair. Wow.
Coyotes
get a pair.
Edmonton
In the third on the
in the third period.
play, Larson, big day for the defense.
One goal, two goals in the
Five four, they win it. Let's get you out to Jody Jackson and our coverage of Coyotes Live, the post-game show presented by Dave for the defense. And they win it. 5-4, they win it. Let's get you out to Jody Jackson and our coverage of Coyotes Live, the post-game show presented by CenturyLink.